A very good morning to each one of you present here on this beautiful September morning. I, Dr. Sakshi Singh, on behalf of the entire Amity University, extend a very warm welcome to our esteemed delegation from Loyola Marymount University USA. We have the honor of having amongst us and welcoming Dr. Maureen, Vice Provost of Enrollment Management, Dr. Amar Dalal, Assistant Vice Provost for Graduate Enrollment, and Dr. Tina, Dean of the Frank R. Sevier College of Science and Engineering. I would also take this opportunity to warmly welcome all our esteemed dignitaries from across the Amity Education Group to be a part of this important event today. It is indeed my honor to welcome and introduce to you our guiding light and mentor, Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, Group Vice Chancellor, Amity Universities, Director General, Amity Group of Institutions, and Vice Chairman, Global Foundation for Learning Excellence. Dr. Singh has an extensive experience of more than 28 years in institution building, teaching, consultancy, research, and industry. A renowned scholar and academician in the area of international business, he holds a prestigious doctorate in the area along with postgraduate degree from the prestigious Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, where he illustriously topped with 7 merits. Dr. Singh holds the distinction of being the youngest founder pro-vice chancellor of Amity University for 2 terms, the founder director general of Amity International Business School and founder CEO of Association of International Business School, London. He has been instrumental in establishing various Amity campuses abroad at London, USA, Singapore, Mauritius, Australia, Tashkent, and many other parts of the world. Dr. Singh has spoken at various international forums, which includes the prestigious $1 Million Roundtable Conference at Harvard Business School, New York University, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, University of Leeds, University of Berkeley, California State University, NUS, Deakin, Canberra, Queensland, and many more. Sir has received more than 25 international and national awards and has graced a host of talk shows on various TV channels. He is internationally recognized as a renowned professor in the area of management and is well known in the field of academics. Dr. Singh is a visionary leader and a champion of global education initiatives and has played a pivotal role in fostering international collaborations and promoting cross-cultural learning opportunities for students and scholars across the globe. Without any further ado, I request Sir to please enlighten us and guide us with his words of wisdom.
Thank you and very warm welcome to our friends from US. We work very closely with some of the leading universities of US. And in the past, we have seen both the University of Loyola, Marymount, and Amity taking number of initiatives on behalf of our founder, Dr. Chauhan, our Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, on my own behalf as our Group Vice Chancellor. We have got 12 universities, so 12 Vice Chancellors, Director Generals. We have a privilege of having a President of our Science Foundation, Dr. Silva Murthy, on his behalf, on very senior members who are sitting here, very senior deans and head of the institution. It's my privilege to welcome you. Dr. Maureen, Vice Provost, Dr. Tina, Dean of the College of Science and Engineering, Vice Provost, Dr. Dalal, whom we met earlier also, Dr. Dhingra, Chief Operating Officer. It's such a privilege to have all of you here. Let me give you a brief about Amity, that what we are and what we are proposing to do with your university to further take a step forward on the discussions we had in the past. Amity is a brainchild of Dr. Chauhan, who has been our founder, who was in Europe for more than 3 decades. But he came back to India and to the other parts of the world spreading the wings of education by creating meaningful universities and education institutions. Today, we are the largest university of India education group, which has got more than 200,000 students, 6,000 full-time faculty and scientists, an equal number of adjunct faculty. We have got 11 universities in Noida, in Gurugram, in Greater Noida, in Lucknow, Jaipur, Mumbai, Gwalior, Kolkata, Raipur, Ranchi, Patna, Mohali, Bengaluru, and the new one is coming in Hyderabad. Uh, we have got 150 institutions, largest number of institutions which any education group has in India. And perhaps the only education group from Asia which has got 16 foreign campuses and universities. We have got a university status in London. We are next to the British Museum. So if you go to Bradford Square, you will find along with NYU, MIT University's campus there. We are in Singapore, and presently we are in a building which was earlier the building of Chicago Business School. So we had that from there. We have got 172 acres campus in New York, which is basically a research hub of MIT, where we are building a hero school. We are building from Europe. We are bringing the brand hero in New York. This was earlier St. John's University, from where we acquired. We have got our own university in Dubai. In Middle East, we have got a very, very strong presence. More than 10,000 students we have in Middle East. We have a campus in Abu Dhabi, in Sharjah, in Mauritius. We are amongst the very few Asian universities who have got the degree awarding powers. We're in South Africa. We are in Kenya. We have got an institution in Amsterdam, where we went on the invitation of government. After establishing various campuses abroad, I think that we are trying to see that how we can be complement to the various governments across the globe. So we did a number of projects. One of the project was Pan-African E-Network project, which was a project of Government of India, through which we are present in 42 African countries. Then we went to Netherlands on the invitation of the Government of Netherlands, where they provided us the infrastructure and we created a institution. Similarly, we have able to establish a full-fledged university in Uzbekistan in Tashkent, where we again went on the invitation of the government of Uzbekistan to create a first IT university of that country. In India, we have more than 28 schools and preschools, very prestigious ones, which also act as a feeder school to MIT. And thousands of students, they are enrolled in these schools, and they are very prestigious ones. In India, maybe that, Dhingra, you know, the CBSE is one of the most reputed boards, though IB board, we do both boards, IB board and CBSE. But in the last 5 years, the toppers of class 12, which is very prestigious in India, they are coming from MIT International School. So from last 2 years, first, second, and third positions, and in 10th class, first, second, and third positions, with 100% marks, our schools have been able to back. 90% of our students in the schools, they have scored more than 95% marks. So that is a kind of reputation our schools, they are having. In the higher education, we do, out of the 19 students who apply to us, we pick up one. So this is a university which is a very selective university, where the quality is most important. Though we get large number of applications, the 200,000 size which I'm giving you, if you multiply it with 20, that is the kind of applications we receive every year. Since you are from enrollment, I thought that let me give you some statistics. So 2,000 acres of campuses we have, and these are all greenfield project. So there is no education group, to my knowledge, in Asia, which has been able to create greenfield projects of that size. 20 million square feet of buildings. And these we created, we made them. 400 programs covering 60 disciplines, 2,000, more than 2,000 patents our faculty have filed. And the strategy is very clear, that our founder and chancellors and the body, advisory body, we want the best of the whole world to be coming to us. For example, Dr. Silva Murthy, who's the #1 scientist of India, he was a secretary in government. In India, secretary is the highest rank. And when he was retiring from DRDO, we requested that why don't you come over and guide and take forward our research. And he was kind enough to join us. And what he has created is a history now. So out of the 2,000 patents which we have filed, we are trying that majority of them should be commercialized. And that is the project he has taken on his shoulders. So what we try to do is that we are rewriting the revolution in India by becoming the largest partner of Government of India. And that is the reason the Government of India last year also gave us the award of commercializing largest number of patents. We are the largest collaborator and partner of Government of India in research and consulting and training. So there is no public sector where we have not given training. So that is just give you a glimpse the slide that what our size is and what we do in India. It's basically a research and innovative driven university. And we have very strong values. On your left side, you can see Admiral Bhatnagar. Yeah. And US is so close to us that we thought it let's try to bring some of the leading bureaucrats who have been to US. Edward Bhatnagar for long years was in Washington. He was working in the embassy as a naval attaché. So when he was retiring, again we requested him that why don't you come and help us in making us more friendly with some of the top US universities. So he has taken a responsibility of bringing thousands of students from abroad and bridging the gap between US and India. So that is Admiral Bhatnagar. We have got Dr. Sunil Khatri, again, a very leading scientist and engineer whose again focus is engineering. He's a dean of engineering and has got number of other designations also along with the research where he is focusing on. But his primary job is to further strengthen the research of the university. He is most passionately working on H-index, on increasing the citations of not only engineering, but the entire university. There is not a day when we are not having discussions, but that is what in the morning also he came and both of us were sitting together that how we should be able to now look at all institutions increasing their citations, H-index. So he eats research, he sleeps with research, he talks with research, right? Even today when he's talking to, he's thinking the next steps, what he has to do with research. So I think that all the leading people who are there, we have got Dr. Soni who's sitting here. He is our head of our PhD programs, and we run largest number of PhD programs here at MIT. And besides engineering domain, he helps in strengthening that we should be able to bring some of the leading PhD scholars. We've got Dr. Singh, who has got a long experience of working with the government, with DRDO, and with other very prestigious organizations. Again, a very leading scientist who has been able to help us in strengthening our relationship with the scientific community. He speaks with a lot of passion. So what we are trying to do is that it's a combination of young and wiser, right? So those who are able to help us in bringing the culture, and then very thorough academicians. We have got Dr. Khattar and Dr. Meghna who are representing the business school. I think Dr. Bansal was here, but both of them, they are bringing innovations in the area of business. We were the first business school of the Asia which started up the hybrid programs in artificial intelligence, data analytics, and machine learning. And these were the programs which even very few universities in the world were able to conceptualize. So this is very popular program here. And we do multidisciplinary research. So we try that our business school should work very closely with the engineering school. Our engineering school should work very closely with the law school. And in the business school, the International Business School has got a distinction to being the best international business school of the Asia by all rankings. As per the QS ranking, we are amongst the top 3 universities globally. But in terms of internationalization, we are the best in country, much above IITs. Right? Yesterday, the other ranking has come up. So we were just analyzing that where we stand for. In the area of internationalization, we have improved our ranking by 39%. So, which is whooping. So that is what we are trying to do, expanding globally, strengthening our base, having collaborations, meaningful collaborations, looking at people across the globe, helping our scientists, our management professionals, and faculty to have meaningful research collaborations, increasing their H-index, citation, their patents, commercialization. And the mandate is that every faculty member has to work with one collaborator abroad. For example, we can see from biotechnology, our director sitting here, very dynamic one, Dr. Pooja. She works day and night in the area of biotechnology along with her team. So if Dr. Pooja is working in India, she will see that hundreds of her scientists in her department, each one of them, they have got a foreign collaborator with whom they work. For example, if it is stem cells. So in the stem cells in India, Dr. Pooja, stem cells in US, University of Maryland, right? So two collaborators, they are working. This is how we are trying to build faculty to faculty, dean to dean, strategy to strategy. And that is what we are trying to see. Our motive is that we should be amongst the top 100 universities in the next 3 years. A very ambitious goal, but we know that we are going to achieve it. This is the ranking. We are first in India for our international collaborations, and US is our largest collaborator. You can see that MIT got 21.8 score, and the Jamia Millia Islamia, the second university from Delhi, it is much below us, 4.4. So it's not only that we are leading with the margin. And these are all government universities. Jamia Millia, University of Mumbai, IIT Roorkee. Not only that, as per the latest THE ranking, if you look at, we concentrate not only in imparting degrees. Our objective is that we should be able to make a difference into the life of our students. So we are trying to bring meaningful employment. So with IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Mumbai, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur, Mr. Dalal, MIT University is the only university which has been able to produce most employable graduates in India. And quite a lot of this goes to our internationalization, where we are trying that our students, they should be able to get the global jobs. They should be globally competitive. So rather than only making them work in Indian industry, we want that they should have those skills which can make them employable in US, in Australia, in UK, in Europe, other parts of the world. 27% of our students, they go abroad, either to do advanced research, or to do their master's program, or for work. We have got a program called Apprenticeship Abroad Program, very strong program, through which we send students in the final semester to do their apprenticeship abroad. Under the new education policy, now you can give credits to the students for the final semester if they work in the industry. For example, if the 16 credits a student has to do final semester, they can do in the industry. So our objective is that all students who are with us, they should do the final semester with some of the people abroad, industry, universities, and that is making them more globally competitive. 117 vacancies we have been able to create in Europe, 19 we have been able to create in US. I think that about 16 we have been able to create in Australia, and similar in the other parts of the world. Our MBA program, and I saw the priority list, distance and online education in your agenda, very strong we are. We're the best in India. As per the QS ranking, we are among the top 0.5% people who have been able to do and contribute in the online education. Our MBA program is amongst the top 37 in the world. And this is what will give you an overview that what our universities are. I always say the leadership matters. So what we have done is that in the 3 layers, the top leadership, they have got a global vision. Founder, 3 decades of experience in Europe. Chancellor himself is a product of London School of Economics. Other chancellor, a product of Wharton Business School. Trustees, product of Harvard Business School. So we have a lot of US people here, right? And then people who are at the top level, at the group VC level, at VC level, at the president level, all of them bright PhDs from leading institutions abroad. So they have got an experience of traveling, going there, meaningful collaborations. Then faculty. And I think that the faculty is young, and all of them, they are from the brightest of the institutions. 90% of faculty, they are not only PhDs, but PhD from the good institutions. Each one of them has got a very high citations. Like few of them who are sitting here, if you look at the kind of research they have done, it's mind-boggling. And that is bringing some of the best brains of the country to us. Many times people say that 26, 27 years is a very short duration, and how you have been able to do so many universities. I think the philosophy of Dr. Chauhan was very simple, and it was empowering people. And if you empower people and you have professionals with you you can do wonders. And that is what we have been able to do. So you will find that all our institutions, they have been amongst the best in the world. I know you have got an interest in the business school. I've already told you International Business School is amongst the top in the world. International business is our core competency with AI, machine learning, data science. That these are the areas which we like to further work with. Our engineering school, again, the best private engineering school of the country. Right. Similarly, School of Communication, amongst the three top schools in journalism and communication. Our School of Psychology, amongst the top two. Right. Our law school, amongst the top three. So I'm just giving you a brief idea that this is what are all institutions we have been able to give. This is a photograph of our chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, who was on the Forbes main cover for bringing not only investments, but for bringing the best infrastructure in the Middle East. So wherever we go, we believe in making very, very strong campus. The campus where you are sitting, it's 85 acres campus. Our all campuses are US Green Building Council certified, platinum certified. This is a campus where you are sitting. It's 85 acres campus. And this is one of the most premium campuses any university in India can have at a very prime location. Just 17 kilometers from here, we have got another campus, which is in Greater Noida. You may be knowing that the largest airport of Asia is coming up in this area. And this is again a campus which we want to develop as a scientific hub, where we try to create a polytechnic which can impart education, which is concentrating on skills. This is a Lucknow campus. It is 40 acres campus. We call it as a White House of MIT. This is a Jaipur campus. It's a 150 acres campus. This is our university in Gurgaon, which is 110 acres campus. This is our Mumbai campus, which is 30 acres. This is our Gwalior campus. It's a 100 acres campus. If you drive, you will see as you are going to Hollywood, but it's on the hills. And MIT University is written on one of the hills. MIT University Kolkata campus. This is our Raipur campus. This is our Jharkhand campus. This is our Patna campus, and this is a new university in Punjab, which is in Mohali, again coming up as one of the mecca for international universities. And in all these universities, we want to create MIT International Education City, a new concept from this year, which we have launched, where we want that under the NEP, we should be able to bring some of the good foreign universities to India. And the feedback which we got from the government was, and the Australian education minister was here a few months back, and we had a long meeting with him. Similarly, we went to meet from some of the stalwarts in US. So we traveled, we met Dr. Pradeep Khosla, the chancellor of UC. We spoke to our friend, Dr. Shrikant Datar from Harvard. We were at NYU, spoke to their president. We went to NYU to have feedback from Professor Ayer. And all of them, when we spoke to them, I think that one thing was clear, that people want to come to India. University of Maryland wants to come to India. But what they are finding it difficult is investments. That they are finding that how they should show, what should be the method, because people are still not very clear. So we are coming up with the innovative model that why not to help and support our partners from various parts of the world by helping them to create co-brand. So this is a step from 2023, 2024, we are taking as an initiative to creating an education city where we are able to do a meaningful collaboration with some of the leading universities of the world and make a truly a brand which is able to serve all the universities. So in case you feel that this is something excites you, I know that most of the universities, they are concerned on the numbers, on research. So, and we know that quite a few of them, they have got small offices through which they want to work, but we will like to help them by having a win-win situation that you can work with MIT very closely, and we can look at various areas of mutual interest through which we can develop ourselves. This is our campus in Bangalore, which is a 60 acres campus. It's a very high-tech campus. By the way, it has been designed by American architect. And these are our international campuses: MIT Singapore, MIT Mauritius, MIT New York, MIT Nairobi, Tashkent, London, Dubai, Amsterdam, Singapore, our schools. And we are the first one in the world who are trying to bring the prestigious hero brand to US and to India. First school is fully operational in Bangalore, and the second school is coming up in New York, in Long Island. Now, what we're doing with US, I think highest number of Indian students have gone from MIT to US in the last 3 years. Under our various programs, we proposed a very strong program, which is known as Study Abroad Program and Three Continent Program. And we launched it 24 years back. So when the laws were very strict, when the people were talking about that whether you will be able to send students to US, we came with a new edition of internationalization, where we thought that let the first part of the program should be in India, second part of the program should be in London, third part of the program should be in US. Laws were very, very strict, but we innovated. It paid back. So, and then many Indian universities started up such programs, but we are the first one who actually experimented, who created, like we want now, Education City project to come to India, to brand Indian and US and other universities together. So under this program, we have sent large number of students to US. Then we have got the maximum number of research linkages with US universities. From your university also, I was checking that there were 7 scientists and management professors who have come in the past to our universities, have participated in various conferences, have written papers together. Former ambassador to US to India, Mr. Juster, has participated in our research conference. And the only university where he actually participated was MIT. President of US universities has spoken during our international conference. So I think that more than 19 presidents of US universities in the last 4 years, personally or virtually, they have participated in our conferences, have spoken. And this is your present ambassador, Excellency Mr. Eric. And when he became the ambassador, we went to meet him. And at that point of time, I think that I met someone from the Maryland University also, which was participating. And I think that the priorities were very, very clear, that we want to work very closely with all the US universities and with the embassy of US. There is always a monthly meeting which we do with them to understand that how we can help our students. Even when I'm speaking today from the Department of Dr. Sivalamurthy, 2 young scientists, Ms. Harvinder and Shifali, they are flying to US to participate in a very important conference which is being held at Memphis, where we are identifying some of the leading scientists, that how they can contribute jointly and work jointly with MIT and American scientists. This is your ambassador, Kenneth Jester, coming to MIT. And these are various symposiums which we are doing with the leading brains of the world. You can see the president of US American Chamber of Commerce sitting there, Samir, who belongs to MIT, and then many others who are exceptionally talented, along with Dr. Sivalamurthy working on it. We did quite a brainstorming exercise with some of the leading brains of US, which includes the Padma Bhushan Professor Jagdish Seth from Emory University, Renu Khator, the president of Boston University, Dr. Sham Sundar from Yale, Gurdeep, who is now the upcoming president of the Indian US Chamber of Commerce, and many others who have been with us. We have a lot of top US universities helping, advising us that how we should have meaningful presence with the university like Maryland, how we can attract your students, how we can attract our students to go. Having said that, I think that new education policy is offering a number of exciting opportunities, which we want to explore with the University of Maryland. One of which is strengthening our 3 continent programs. So this is a program which I told you that we started up in India, then second part was in UK, third part is in USA. From this year, 2023-2024, we are extending this program to our all students. Earlier it was selective, We started up with management, then we went to give it to engineering student. I can see Dr. Garima here. So large number of students from engineering, they were going. From biotechnology, there were quite a few students who were going, from fashion, from journalism. But now from this year, 2023-2024, we have declared a year of rapid expansion in the area of internationalization. So we are offering now this program to all 200,000 students, which means in 2024 to 2027, there will be somewhere about 20,000 students from our country who will be going to US, right? So, well, which means that we need to plan. And when we have to plan, we need to look at that how we should be able to expand. We have got a limited capacity in New York. In Long Island, we are creating now a world-class school, Hero. So we are looking for a collaborative partner where the students initially can go in small numbers. Then when we can see after knowing each other much better, that can we have your presence in India and our presence in New Jersey. And we know that we can complement it. And this is going to be a program which will not only be a flagship program, which will bring two brands together. You will get highly qualitative students. You don't have to give them degree because it's our program, but then they are being getting the exposure. So it's a win-win situation. Faculty from our side, students are our side. Throughout the year, in batches, they can go to you, right? You will note our scientists, our faculty members, they will work with your scientists. So research, student enrollment will increase. Also, at the same time, we are looking at offering the full-time programs, dual degree programs and training programs. Dual degree programs are that where we are giving the degrees from both the universities, and then training arrangement, which is now possible under the NAP, where the students can do up to 1 year and can earn the credits. So these are the low hanging fruits which can be implemented immediately. It's simple and without any problems because we are not asking for a degree. Training programs, students going 6 months, year, taking your program, bringing back the credits, right? So first, second, 3-continent program where the students are only going for 3 months. Our program, very easily possible. They're only going and exploring what they can do. Then third is the program which we're looking at is the articulation, where we have seen that maybe 4 areas to start with: management, engineering, biotechnology, and journalism and communication. These are the 4 areas which we want to do. In law, we want to send students only on the study abroad program. So these are the 5 areas. So we have divided ourselves into 3 parts. One is low hanging fruits, very short run. Next 6 months, what we want to do. Then we are saying short term, where we are saying that 2 years down the line, what we want to achieve. And then 5 years, what we want to achieve. This is what we thought that we should be able to propose to you. And if this is possible, then we can create some working groups for each program. For example, I will propose that we can have a working group for short duration programs, collaborative research programs. So for short duration programs, we have got a IAD department, which will be able to work with you. Collaborative research programs, where we would request Dr. Silva Murthy, Dr. Khatri, Dr. Soni to work very closely. Then offering meaningful internships, which will be at a global level, where my department will work with you. I would request Dr. Khattar if he can work from our side. Faculty exchange and joint projects, which we can do. I would request again Dr. Khatri and Dr. Singh if they can help us in that. Then offering higher degree programs at MIT University at a reduced cost. Now, this is something which is a long-term proposal, and branch campus proposals, which will be dealt by my office, and I will take input from Dr. Silva Murthy. Then this is something which will give you an overview that what we want to do and what we have done in the past. We have been able to welcome the largest number of Australian students. All the Group 8 universities, they are our partners. So under the New Colombo plan, we have been able to welcome students under the new immersion program. And this is one of the mandate which is being looked after by Admiral Bhatnagar, who looks after that how we can welcome large number of students from abroad to India. Under the US Aid project, number of students have come to us. Erasmus Plus project, we have been able to welcome number of European students. We are the largest partner, by the way, of British Council. Under the UKD and Turing schemes, we have welcomed hundreds of students to India. Only last month, this is a photograph where we did an India immersion program. It is a very high-powered program where the students come for 2 weeks to 1 month. They stay in the campus. We do some classes on research methods, but we take them to industry. So they take up a topic and they work with the industry. And also we give them the exposure to how India looks like. For example, we take them to Red Fort, but we also take them to one of the modest malls in India to see that how culture is. Culture is. They experience Indian music. They play cricket, by the way, and our students they play baseball. Right. It's a cultural immersion. We do a Nobel laureate series where some of the leading Nobel laureates they come and they stay at the campus and become the inspiration to our students. And quite a few from the US they have come to us. We do ambassador lecture series under which ambassadors from across the world they come on the campus on monthly basis and they speak to our students. This is a project, Pan African E-Network project, which was a project of Dr. Kalam, the President of India, through which we are present in 42 African countries. We have got a world-class incubator. We'll give you a round, but more than 500 companies we have been able to incubate. This is the best incubator India has been able to create. We work with very closely with some of the leading incubators of the world, including the incubator of NTU in Singapore. We work with the Korean incubator very closely. We are exploring that how we can work with Japan. And in America, we work with the Indian American Chamber of Commerce very closely. Skills and Vocational Training Center, we have been able to create in our new campus, which is in Greater Noida, which is a polytechnic, where we are trying to create that students who are trying to only skill through small programs, duration programs, we should be able to offer them those diplomas. 400 degrees amongst the 60 disciplines. That is what we offer. Every student of our universities, they take up compulsory one foreign business language. These are our research collaborations across the globe, which has resulted in excellent relationships with the industry. Today, while I was coming here, there is another conference which is going on where some of the leading companies in I Block, they are participating, and the chairman of the FIU, which is the apex body of all the exporters, they are there. So that is what we do. There's not a day when we are not organizing a relationship with the industry, and that is an area we are strengthening, and we have kept a goal 2024 2025 we should be able to now build our industry relationships with some of the leading companies. We do a lot of consulting with the government. We are largest trainer to them. We feel that universities have no value if they have not got a human heart. So whatever we do, it is with a clear strategy and with the clear philosophy that we have to give back to the community. More than 250 villages we have adopted. Maybe that my department will send you a full 2 pages write-up which came in one of the leading newspapers in Times of India, that what we are doing under the Humanity Foundation. People adopt kids, we adopt old people. So from this university, we have adopted more than 100 old people, and we are trying to make a difference into their life. So our students, they sit with them, they take them for a movie, they come to the campus, they talk with the students. And I think that tomorrow also there are 5 wiser people, more than 80 years of age. They will be sharing their experience. So that is what we try to do. We want that we should be able to nurture some of the youngsters who otherwise can't afford education. So more than 3,000 boys and girls under Amitasha and Atulasha. These are the 2 projects which our chairperson is running successfully. We offer free education, and it's totally free. Education, healthcare, food we give them, and it's so satisfying to clap for them when they go out of the convocation as walk into some of the good companies. That is what our vision is. 35 universities. Today we are having 12 and 100 campuses across the country, and we have 16 overseas campuses, 50 campuses across the globe. But once again, very warm welcome to all of you, Dr. Maureen, Dr. Amar, Dr. Tina, Dr. Sanjay. It's such a privilege to welcome you at Abbott University. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing such an insightful overview of our Amity Education Group. An absolute honor for me to introduce to you Dr. W. Selvamurthy, President, Amity Science, Technology and Innovation Foundation, Director General for Amity Directorate of Science and Innovation, and Chancellor, Amity University, Chhattisgarh. Dr. Selvamurthy has been awarded Doctorate of Science from 5 universities in recognition for his outstanding research and development contribution in life sciences. May I request, sir, to please address the August gathering?
Okay. Thank you, Professor Gurinder Singh, for this wonderful exposition of what Amity is all about, how we have grown, the philosophy, and what are our aspirations, how we want to work with our collaborators. And let me also welcome, on behalf of Founder President, Dr. Ashok Chauhan, the Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, and also all members of Amity fraternity. Let me extend a warm welcome to the very distinguished delegation from Loyola Marymount University. It's a very highly accomplished university. I have seen the history, their track record. So it's a great honor for us to host you over here and look forward to collaborating with you. Dr. Tina Cho, the Dean, and Dr. Maureen Vedral, the Vice Provost, and Dr. Amar Dalal, and also Dr. Sanjay Dingra. See, Amity today is the global brand in the country as well as in the world. We are trying to have our contribution to generate the future global citizens. It is just not only award degrees and then bring undergraduate, postgraduate, and doctoral students, but we want to create a happy world. So the whole mission of the founder president and all of us here in Amity, how do we create that happy, healthy, peaceful, harmonious, and prosperous world for everyone? So that is the objective with which we run this Amity group, education group. And we are also looking at how do we churn out the future global citizens? Who would do that? Who would achieve creating that world? So that is the philosophy that we have to give knowledge, including spiritual knowledge, skills, including soft skills, behavior, sanskars, values, resilience to face challenges in one's life. This is what Amity's education is. So this is the philosophy of Amity education. And you are visiting at a very opportune time, I must say, because we are having our G20 presidency till November. And we had a wonderful summit in which your president spent almost 3.5 days with us. And then he contributed immensely for the success of our G20 presidency. So I must also appreciate and put on records whatever US is doing, US has done for our country. And if we have been able to reach third position in our the scientific publications, ninth in patents, seventh in Nature Index, your country, you people have contributed. So I want to acknowledge and also place on record our gratitudes to all the institutions, because our people spend postdoc. We have people coming after 10 years of postdoc and then enriching our education and research system. So that is why whatever he showed, your signature is there in the growth of Amity as well, Amity Group. And it is also happening when the gross enrollment ratio of our country is growing. Now it's about 28%, and we are looking at 50%. So if we have to do that, we have to partner with people like you. So we should look at new paradigm. That is what is the national education policy is all about. Very flexible. We can run joint degree program, dual degree program, 2+2, 1+1, all that is available today. Sky is the limit to achieve under this NEP. So that is why most opportune time when we are looking at the GER going up, middle class rate are growing up who can afford a higher education with affordability. So that is India today, the young India, the youngest in the world today. So you are visiting at that time looking for a partnership. And it's also happening your visit at a time when Indo-US relationship is at the peak. When I look at the overall history of Indo-US relationship, we are looking at strategic partnership with US. And so that is another opportune window available for us. And also, we would like to thank you, and we'll do many things with you, and welcome once again. He showed all about our education system. I'll give a little glimpse. Professor Gurinder Singh gave overall the overview, but I'll focus primarily on research and innovation, which is also the fulcrum, the focus, the common denominator in curriculum design, the delivery, pedagogy, in which we have kept research and innovation as the focus. Need not be only in STEM, but even in other domains, education, humanities, everywhere we bring research as a focus. So we have a foundation, Amity Science, Technology and Innovation Foundation, where I am the president. And we also have Amity Foundation for Science, Technology and Innovation Alliances. So Dr. A.K. Singh is the senior vice president over there. So we give a focus on research and innovation in all campuses in India and abroad. So welcome, and we really look forward to your partnership and collaboration with us. I hope you'll have a very fruitful stay here as well as in our country, and look for partners who will take this forward. One of the vision Dr. Ashok Chauhan, the founder, has, how do we transform India into a knowledge superpower? Because US is already a knowledge superpower. So how do we, collaborating with you, how do we also become the next knowledge superpower? So that is his dream by 2030. We have to create new knowledge, secure the knowledge through IPR, apply the knowledge for wealth generation, solve the problems, as well as disseminate that knowledge through publications, teaching, and also the education system. This is his dream, that India wants to create that Satyug, the happy world. And these are young dynamic chancellors. In fact, Dr. Asim Chauhan is there in US in our campus. And just yesterday, there's a lot of senators in New York province and adjacent province were there in our campus in the Long Islands. So Dr. Asim Chauhan, a product of Wharton Business School, and Dr. Atul Chauhan, the product of London Business School. I think all these people are driving, the young charismatic leadership is driving this under the overall blessings, guidance coming from Honorable Founder President. Now, when we look at the young university, which is the age is still teens, we are now 18. We were established as a university in 2005. So today we have a ranking, we have touched even 22 at the National NIRF. And we have other accreditation, BASC accreditation, which is normally not given to beyond the jurisdiction of the North America or those domains. We have BASC accreditation. We also have time higher education, and QAA has put on the top private university in India.
The Indian Intellectual Property Office of the Government of India has conferred the National Intellectual Property Award 2020 on Amity University for Top Indian Academic Institution for Patents and Commercialization, a reflection of Amity's commitment to research and innovation.
We have filed today 2006, that is 2006 is the actual number of patents filed today, because it keeps leaping every day to another goal. So we have reached that, but then not only the numbers, but now we are looking at how do you translate them into product, technology, process, and solutions to the problems and reach out to the society. So that is the mission in which we are now. And we have published 35,000 research papers in journals of repute, the Nature, the Science, the New England Journal of Medicine, the Cell, and the Royal Society of Chemistry journals, and Advanced Materials, Material Horizon, and so on. So our H index is 129, but we will soon reach 140. We are very close to that. 130 today, so it keeps moving up. So it was just yesterday, and today he has updated me. Thank you so much. And we have the whole university system and the education system is driven by 5 important missions. The first is Mission Impossible. We would always like to look at challenges. So we said our research outcome in terms of projects, patents, publications should be tenfold increase in 3 years. We achieved it. Everybody said it's a mission impossible, but we made it possible. Similarly, whatever we do today, if you are spending 3 hours with us and we are spending 3 hours, so many people, what will be the outcome? Sustainable outcome for you and sustainable outcome for us. So there is a mission outcome, there's a directorate of outcome, which will look at what happened to this collaboration. So we have established a mechanism to drive the mission outcome. Mission connect and synergy is very important. We are connecting with you now. So we would like to connect to bring synergy for your success as well as for our accomplishments. So that is Mission Connect. Mission entrepreneurship, mission skill development. These are the important missions which we have, that Dr. Ashok Chauhan has given to the whole system. Then what we did, as was mentioned by Professor Gurinder Singh, we brought senior people who are accomplished, experienced, has expertise, wisdom, and mixed with young people, Ramalinga Swami Fellows, Ramanuja Fellows, national postdoctoral fellows, inspire faculties. So we blended the young people with the senior people to guide them, mentor them. This worked magic for us. That's how we were able to achieve this exponential growth. As was mentioned, Nobel laureates came and they rubbed shoulders with our PhD scholars, faculties. Some of our faculties go and work with the Nobel laureate and publish joint publications, joint patents. And we have so many, the honorary professors, honorary doctorate we have given to people in various universities like Stanford and Harvard and so on. So we connect with them virtually as well as physically. Then we created the processes and the ecosystem, right? Innovation ecosystem, like seamlessly connecting with all the stakeholders, with universities, industry, laboratories, and the society. Then we created an IPR cell, 2006 patents now. And then Directorate of Innovation Technology Transfer, Technology Enabling Center. So how do you mature a technology? If it is TRL level 3, how do you bring it to 6 or 7 so that industry will be able to take it up and for commercialization? So we established a Technology Enabling Center, then Entrepreneurship Development and eCell. So this was the processes and ecosystem which we established, having brought the people, human resource. Then we blended them to work on beautiful laboratories. So right from lab to land, we created field laboratories as well as in the university system, our own laboratories within the laboratory. Some of the laboratories, if you visit, you will find the best comparable to any best in the world. So we created such kind of innovative ecosystem for the laboratories. Some of them molecular medicine and stem cell. And US Department of Defense funded a major project here in this campus, which is by the DTRA, Defense Threat Reduction Agency, which is a part of the US Department of Defense. They gave more than $1 million investment in this campus. You can see that Amity Institute of Nuclear Science and Technology on nuclear security. We are running a US Department of Defense program through Texas A&M University. And yesterday I had a very fruitful Zoom interaction, the WebEx interaction with the US Department of Defense Air Force Research Laboratory, Dayton. Yesterday, we are looking for a joint workshop in the month of March 2024, looking at human soldier performance as well as materials, emerging materials for defense applications. So we work with US Department of Defense as well. And we have a DRDO, Defense Research and Development Organization project, which has funded a 1 crore in Indian rupees, which is also quite a good sum for a young private university. We are looking at artificial intelligence application to recognize a person in a mob or in a crowd using the physiological parameters. So this is another project. So we do such very innovative project. Then incubator has incubated more than 750 companies, 4,000 jobs were created, employments were created, 90 startups in which we have taken equities, 15 to 20% equities, and this is growing in terms of number. We allow a faculty to be a director of a company as well as a professor in a department. So we have created that kind of flexibility. A professor can simultaneously own a company and run a company. Then we signed the MOUs with many universities like Johns Hopkins, the medical, one of the top universities in the US. Then we have Purdue, we have a collaboration. We have with University of Florida and University of Wisconsin. So we have a number of US universities collaborating with us in research, innovation, in addition to education. Similarly, we have a formal MOU with Indian Council of Medical Research, Indian Council of Agriculture Research, Council of Scientific Industry and Industrial Research, some of the labs of the Defense Research and Development Organization, 5 IITs, we have a formal MOU, Indian Institutes of Technology. So this is a force multiplier for us. We bring synergy for both. Then we created specialization, verticals and core competence in certain domains, like computational biology, cancer biology. We have a very strong group, and Dr. B.C. Das, one of internationally renowned, the biologist, cancer biologist, heading that. We have a molecular medicine and stem cell research, and we have established a Amity Center for Translational Research, because we are now giving a focus not only on publication patents, but on translation into a product, technology, or a process. Public health, click chemistry. We were the first one to start in the world a separate institute of click chemistry after John Moses, who is now in Cold Spring Harbor in the Long Islands. He is there now. But when he visited, we established this, and Dr. Mona Lisa Mukherjee heads this. And so she has wonderful publications. Then we also have Amity drug design and discovery is another core competence. Then we had Indian systems of medicine like yoga, Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani. How do we put that in a scientific pedestal? The ancient knowledge and wisdom, how do you experiment on that, validate, put them on a scientific pedestal to randomize, double-blind, placebo-controlled studies. So those type of research, in addition to ocean and atmospheric science and technology. Then recently we have expanded our horizon to data science and artificial intelligence, which is an upcoming area. We have invested hugely to establish a high computational facility and established an artificial intelligence center of excellence over here, looking at application for health, application in agriculture and food security, energy security, and also the national security in the form of defense technologies. So we have those verticals created. Then cyber security, space science is a very important domain. We are building a CubeSat, the 4 CubeSat. Our own students are building that, and that will be launched this year, which will go into low Earth orbit. We will be launching through Indian Space Research Organization. And we also have the first biological payload from India to space is going from Amity University. We are putting a callus of a plant, vegetable plant, and a bacteria together as 2 payloads going through PSLV, and that is, we will be sending it soon in this year. It's already slated for the launch. Then we also have a strong vertical on food and agriculture, including post-harvest, and also bioenergy and biofuel, including biofuel mission, because the G20 country has launched a big national, international mission on biofuel, and we already have been working in this area for quite some time. These are some of the technologies which are transferred. So we not only develop this technology, but we also transfer them to industry. So I won't go into the details. And we have more than 30 technologies transferred. And some of our faculties are high achievers, and who are all here, some of them are here. And we are also in top 2% scientists. 24 Amity faculties are in top 2%, and some of them are in top 1% scientists as by Stanford surveys, which have been carried out. You can Google it and see last slide. And our founder president, I will conclude with his quote. And I can say with pride that my scientists, my researchers move with this confidence that they will do wonders and will add to the growth of the nation. And this will help making India not only a knowledge superpower, but also a general superpower. Unquote, Dr. Ashok Chauhan, the founder president. Welcome to you once again. I hope you will have a fruitful and very meaningful outcome coming out from your visit here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Selvamurthy. We are glad to have with us Dr. Maureen as the Vice Provost of Enrollment Management at Loyola Marymount University. Professor Maureen leads the offices of undergraduate admission, career and professional development, financial aid registrar, international student outreach, enrollment management research, and enrollment management communication. Dr. Maureen brings to this position a unique understanding of the complexities and challenges facing universities today. She is a proven leader who has collaborated with colleagues across her institution to develop, communicate, and implement innovative and successful enrollment strategies to meet institution goals. Having traveled extensively throughout Asia, Dr. Maureen has significant experience developing partnerships and recruiting in the area. I warmly welcome and invite Dr. Maureen to the dais for her address.
Thank you for that kind introduction, and thank you for this extraordinarily warm welcome. We are really honored and privileged to have so many of you join us here today. As she said in the introduction, I've been doing this kind of work for more years than I'm going to share. But I will tell you, at a previous institution that I worked at, I had the privilege of meeting with some of the folks back 20 some years ago who were dreaming about your university. And when you spoke about Mission Impossible, I have to admit, I really believe that you have done Mission Impossible. It is just remarkable to me, from the gem of the idea and the passion that I remember at the time that people were traveling through. At that time, I worked in New Jersey, introducing themselves to universities and trying to seek early partnerships. From that germ of an idea and passion to what I saw today is just amazing. And so I congratulate all of you. It's just really remarkable. And we look forward to the opportunity to be a part of that future moving forward. We call ourselves LMU. It's a little bit easier than having to say Loyola Marymount University every time. So if I say LMU, that's why. LMU is also a very mission-driven institution. We're a Jesuit institution. We were founded in 1911, but we really come from over a 500-year history and legacy of education, outreach, and care, which sounds very much like the mission we heard today. And I'm going to paraphrase your founder, where he says that when God inspires someone, no one can stop them, and that's something that we believe and share as well. As an institution, I commented with Dr. Singh that you obviously have done your homework extremely well on us. But we are what we call a comprehensive university in the United States. So we've made reference to the fact we have a College of Business Administration, which is very highly ranked in many areas. We also have a 3-continent program. We have a master's in global, help me, entrepreneurship. Thank you. That is the United States. It's in Taipei and in Spain. So that would be an opportunity that we would be interested in discussing going forward. We're here primarily as part of talking about our STEM area, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We have our dean with us, who I'm sure you will introduce later. But we are, highly ranked in engineering. We have ABET accredited programs. We have very strong science programs and very strong in computer science. And we're interested in sharing research, faculty exchange, and we would welcome some of your students. We're in a unique place because we're not a very large university. We're about, I was looking at your numbers, we're 10,000 students. And that's about as big as we will probably get. If we want to do anything larger, we have to go speak to the American ambassador, our former mayor, because we have limitations on how far we can grow from the city of Los Angeles. But that really puts us right in the right spot of where we want to be. 10,000 students is enough students that we can offer a wide diversity of programs, attract a wide diversity of students. We're a little over 10% international, and we have students from almost every country you can imagine and every continent. And we do that purposely. We want to make sure that we have a diverse group of students from all around the world, so that when our students come, they're not only interacting with American students, but with students from Africa, from Europe, from other parts of Asia and Latin America. So we feel that gives us a unique opportunity. We also have a very strong College of Liberal Arts. So you had mentioned journalism and communications. We actually have a College of Communications and Fine Arts, in addition to a School of Journalism. And I know that they would be very interested and excited to have the opportunity to engage in some shared research and seminar series and things like that. And lastly, we have a School of Film and Television, which we again have a strong international component there, and that's an industry that is growing rapidly throughout Asia, and certainly India is a leader in that industry, and partnerships and shared knowledge there would be helpful as well. So I agree. I see many opportunities for us. Some low-hanging fruit would be a great place to start. But as we get to know each other better and work together, I think there'll be even stronger opportunities. And obviously, you have a very disciplined approach to doing things, or you wouldn't be where you are today after such a short window of time. And as do we. So we look forward to working together and building our collaborations and getting to know each other better. And I hope that the next time that you might be in the United States, if you're in California, that you would take some time to come visit our campus. We would love to host you and welcome you. And again, thank you for this extraordinary welcome, and congratulations on what you've achieved and will continue to achieve. Thank you.
Can we request now all the colleagues to introduce themselves from both the sides? And then we can also look at few areas of mutual collaborations. And by the time I think that we conclude, we should have a clear strategy that the next 6 months, what we want to achieve, and then 2 years, and 5 years from now.
Well, thank you, Dr. Singh, Dr. Salvamurthy, Admiral Bhatnagar, and all of the esteemed, valuable colleagues here at Amity. I just want to share before I start, I am representing LMU. I've been with LMU for now more than 4 years, and we've shared so much great insight about both institutions. You know, I was an Indian student 20 years ago. I lived in the Middle East, and at that time we were at this inflection point in my journey, thinking about where to go next. And just listening to your presentation, sir, and yours too, I wish I had this opportunity back then. So I wish you would have done all of this 20 years ago faster, right? So we need to turn the clock back. But in my role working with Dr. Weatherall and Dr. Cho, I'm supporting all of our graduate programs. So I think everything that Dr. Weatherall has said today is something that we are very much interested in. But I'm truly blown away by listening to everything that's happening here and that will happen here. And I think we hope that we will be part of your success story, as I'm sure you indicated you would like to be part of ours as well. So thank you for this opportunity, and thank you for the warm hospitality as well.
Any specific areas of
Sure. So I think I think on this mission, we are specifically focused on STEM programs, as Dr. Cho is here, and I'd love for her to share with you a little bit of her ideas as well. But I think we've mentioned a range of opportunities, including joint programs, student exchanges, faculty exchanges. I think those seem like very achievable in the first 6 months or so. We can certainly start having those discussions early on. And I think there's no limitation as far as our imagination as well. So I'd love for Dr. Cho to jump in here and share her vision as well.
Okay, so when I heard superpower, I thought, superpower you are. So I want to just congratulate all of you and how inspired I am by all of the work that you're doing, and especially the way that you have gone about doing that. So I've learned a lot, but particularly I've been very much inspired by both of your presentations. So my name is Tina Cho. I'm a professor of chemistry. This is my 28th year at Loyola Marymount University, and I've been a dean at the college for almost 10 years. So a little bit unique about our institution, and I love that Dr. Weatherall already gave an overview of our size and our commitment and sort of our mission. But for us, we've been a college of science and engineering, which is unique in some ways, because in most universities, you have engineering separate from the sciences. So we have been together, sciences and engineering, for 50 years, actually 51. We celebrated our 50th year last year. And the reason for that was also the vision from the president of the university that many years ago. And the idea there was that the world forward is going to require an interdisciplinary solutions. And that it's really important for scientists and engineers to work together in really tackling common problems and common issues and opportunities that the world has provided. So we value that as a critical part of our education. So if you think about our programs, it's not the magnitude of students and programs, but what I'm really proud of is the depth of experiences that our students have, and that's around interdisciplinarity. How do we get our engineering students to work together with scientists and together with those in the liberal arts and in other areas in order to really address problems or opportunities in a much more holistic way. So our students focus on that, not only through the curriculum, but through the experiences and capstone projects that we are working on. I am so jealous that you are launching your CubeSat this year, because I had planned to launch it this year, but we're a little bit delayed because of, there's some world issues that were happening a couple of years ago or just recent past. So we are delaying our launch until next year. So I will be in contact with you to get us to do a fast track to a launch. So we are very excited about that, but we also have a partnership with the other parts of the world in order to launch a CubeSat together with them. So those are kind of ways that we want to maximize our partnership with you. Students that are interested in understanding and deepening this interdisciplinary opportunity. So if that's the kind of students I'm looking for. The second part is really about global research and outreach and especially innovation. So we have a very small faculty compared to the number of amazing faculty you have. But one of the things that when I hire our faculty is really around student support, student encouragement. I love your mission, but also about encouraging our students to work together with faculty and projects that have really this kind of social justice component. I love the mission component that you have. So many of the research projects our students and faculty are interested in are those that are very applied in really making a difference. So it's a very applied research that many of our faculty are doing. So I could imagine that many of the faculty relationship collaboration will be around projects. And I think that's the easiest way for faculty to interact with one another, get to know one another, and then create new project ideas in this collaboration. So at the College of Science and Engineering, we have a strategic plan, not as intense as all of yours for the entire multiple campuses you have, but we really want to focus on this idea of local and global collaboration. So this, you says low hanging fruit. I love that because that's an easiest way for us to get ourselves together with you. I am sure that we've got faculty in the sciences who are doing very much the work that you shared. They're excited about that. And so if we can find ways to connect faculty with similar research or project ideas, that would be very doable. I really like the idea of various ways to provide opportunities both for our students and our faculty, but your students and your faculty to come and spend time with us. I could imagine great things to come in doing that. So thank you. I mean, this is a warm welcome for sure, but what's even better is the possibilities that are endless, but to really be able to be inspired by your enthusiasm, but your vision. You are all very much a visionary, and that's very inspiring to me. So thank you so much for this time together with so many of you around. And so I really appreciate that. So thank you.
Good morning and welcome to MIT University. I'm Dr. K.M. Soni. I'm Professor of Electrical and Electronics Engineering and also Deputy Dean for Domain of Engineering Technology. So we have Faculty of Science, Engineering, Technology. Under that faculty, we have 4 different domains. Just for logistic arrangements, we have number of students are more and number of programs are more. So we have divided the faculty in 4 different domains. So one of the important domain, biggest domain of the MIT University Engineering Technology, which is I am heading. As Madam Tina is saying, we also have science program in engineering technology and engineering technology program in science, like food technology and nanotechnology we consider in science programs. And whereas BSc and MSc IT we consider in engineering technology program. And science and technology cannot be 2 different domains. They must be worked together. So we look forward this mutual collaboration in terms of training program, some study abroad program, or some project students can do, my students can do and project in your university, or university student can do and project in my university. Then second, I'm heading the PhD department, as Dr. Singh has said. So in PhD, we have around 3,000 scholars are pursuing PhD in different domains. We have comprehensive university like you. So programs like in law, in education, in physical education, in management, in engineering technology, science technology, biotechnology. So put together, we have 3,000 scholars. They are working in a full-time mode or part-time mode. We do not offer online or distance learning PhD as per our statutory body, but programs are in regular mode. They are full-time or part-time. So we look forward to this co-supervision of the PhD scholars, which can lead to joint conference, joint supervision, joint publications, joint projects. So we look forward in the mutual collaboration in this regard. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Dr. Pooja Vijayaraghavan. I'm presently the officiating head of Amity Institute of Biotechnology. And I've also been a part of Amity for a very long time now. It's been 15 years. I joined in 2009, and since then I've been a part of this institute. An extremely vibrant institute, very, very high on research. We have a total strength of more than 1,900 students in the institute, just the biotechnology, with around 90 faculty members. And if I talk about the entire domain, which also includes other institutes like molecular medicine and stem cell research, virology, and genomic engineering, etc., and microbial technology, we have more than 2,300 students and more than 120 faculty members. Very high on research. Almost all faculty members have funded projects. And the human capital that we have, everybody is a PhD, that goes without saying, but also postdocs, Ramalinga Swami fellows. They have been part of Ivy Leagues across US and institutes like Max Planck and Johns Hopkins and Cleveland Clinic and Georgetown and Caltech. So whatever you can think of, Monash, we have faculty members who have done their postdocs from there, and they decided to come back, to the country. As far as research goes, we work on almost all the areas of science research, which includes cancer biology, neuroscience like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, stem cells, bioengineering, bioinformatics, artificial intelligence. So now we are working with industry. So earlier it was majorly government funded projects, but now we have understood that, working with industry, it becomes easier for you to translate your technology. So, pipelines for vaccines. One of our faculty members is working with Pfizer, Baylor College of Medicine, Nottingham University. So we have collaborations with universities across the world. Because we have a lot of faculty members who have come from abroad. So they have, a very strong collaboration from the universities that they have been a part of, either as PhDs or as postdocs. So, and that is what we are looking for, because now we need, global partnership. We need people who can work in diverse areas. As you said, science is not just, it's no more a watertight compartment. You have to have interdisciplinary research. So we are looking for people who can complement what we are doing, take it to a global level. And as Dr. Selvamurthy was showing in his presentation, our faculty members publish in very, very high impact journals, Nature, all that you can think of, so very high impact factor, very well cited. As far as the student goes, again, biotechnology is a ticket to go abroad, like how IT used to be, a couple of decades ago. So students, they majorly want to do their masters from universities across the world. And they get scholarships because we train them accordingly, right? So students who want to do their higher education from anywhere in the world, we ensure that they are integrated into our research labs, as faculty members. We train them, they publish, they patent, they file patents with us, they publish with us, sometimes even as first authors. If they have really put in a lot of effort in the research project. So that gives them an edge over other students, because scholarships are not easy to go through. And we want our students to go outside the country, because that is how people would know about, our strengths. So we look forward to a lot of participation, because we have the ability to take science to the next level. We know we can do it. And with your support, I'm sure it would not be very difficult. So when you come, it would be logarithmically, increased. So thank you so much. So we look forward for international programs, as Dr. Gurinder Singh already said 3C, study abroad. We want the articulations to work for biotechnology department as well, and also faculty exchange, students exchange. If students can do their final year internships in your university, that would be great. So we can find out the area of complementation between our faculty and yours, and we can have one person from here and one from your university, and the student can do probably 6 months. PhD scholars can probably visit your university. We can have joint PhD programs where you can be co-guides, external guide. We can be internal guides, and students can come and work there. So that would also increase, the length and breadth of the work. Thank you.
Thank you. So my apologies, I deliberately skipped my introduction. So my name is Sanjay Dhingra. I represent an organization called Seed Global Education. We actually specialize in facilitating such interactions. So we work with a lot of top universities from around the world in North America, so United States, Canada, rest of Europe, Asia as well, and facilitate such interactions. It's a pleasure to, of course, bring the delegation from Loyola Marymount University to Amity University. I've been here before. Last year. We were here with a B School delegation last year, and we were absolutely blown away and amazed by what you have done over the last few decades and how you have built your global reputation. And as I said, it's a pleasure to bring Loyola Marymount University to your campus today. So thank you for having us today. Thank you for hosting us and taking out the time. And we are confident that such interactions, right, this is the way to go forward, where institutions or universities from around the world collaborate with each other, build a truly global education ecosystem, collaborate on research, collaborate on student mobility, giving the students opportunity as well. And we look forward to your support and continuing to make this possible in the future as well. So thank you once again.
Yeah, I hope you're able to enjoy the weather here after the wonderful weather you have in LA next to the Lincoln Boulevard, is it? Yeah. So drove past that place many moons ago. So coming back to what we do, as Dr. Gurinder Singh mentioned, I look at giving the opportunity of the facilities that we have at Amity to students from abroad. So while there are a lot of opportunities that our students can take and go and study abroad, but there is a lot that you have seen we can offer to your students. Dr. Gurinder Singh has given you the overview of what the Amity Education Group is and what we do in the science and research innovative space has already been brought out by Dr. Salvamurthy. I'll just give you an overview above that, which is of the country. So it's always good to put our students in places and areas where they can prosper in future. So while for the last 100 odd years, student mobility has been from India to the US or Canada or Australia and other places, especially the West. This, I must underscore, is the most opportune time for students from all over the world to come and get experience in India. You are well aware of what we've done in the G20. You know, we are the fastest growing economy, major economy in the world. Before the pandemic, fastest growing major economy in the world. After the pandemic, we have the demographic advantage, as was brought out. We are the youngest country in the world, and we will continue to be the youngest country in the world till 2070. So this advantage is going to be with us for a long time, and the pace and the scale of improvement that is happening in India stuns anyone who goes through the statistics, who goes through the numbers. So the backbone on which we run the development of the country is the digital the IT, or I would say the use of data that we are doing in our day-to-day life. We were 122nd position in the world in per capita data usage in 2014. Today, there's no awards for guessing. We are number one. And we are not only number one, our per capita data usage is more than US and China combined. We do 41% of of financial transactions around the world. Why I'm giving you this background is because of this, a lot of multinationals are shifting their bases to India, shifting manufacturing in India. And therefore, this is a place where if you have studied, you will, I mean, the students who study here will have a better opportunity to get employability, will become more employable to be, to serve in those multinationals that are here. So, and also the national education policy has given us a lot of flexibility, and that has been talked about by the previous speakers, whether we can, with this dual degree, joint degree, simultaneous degree, online degree, all these things are possible. And there is a big focus on internationalization in the national education policy. Our Prime Minister himself has put in there that we should make India the education hub and bring internationalization at home. And therefore, like Dr. Singh was saying, that Australian universities are coming and opening campuses in India. We would like that more universities come and do that. And we have a really multicultural and multi-ethnic and a good experience to the students that we have here. So our founder president, taking a leave from that, and even before that, he has launched the Amity Cross-Border Education Program, which is facilitating students from abroad to come and study in India. We already have 37 countries represented on campus. We would like to have Loyola Marymount also to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome again to Amity. As Dr. Tina, you were mentioning about the interdisciplinary work between science and engineering. And this is where I would like to put some emphasis and inform what we at Amity are doing. At Amity, not only our faculties, but students are working in cross-disciplinary, multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary, and transdisciplinary. For example, our faculties in genetics, they are working along with the faculty in mathematics, biology, with chemistry, and also with the environmental sciences. So this is how our ecosystem is, that faculties, and in fact, Dr. Singh is sitting here and he will throw more light on it. We have clusters defined where the faculty from the different domains, different specializations who are having interest in cross-disciplinary and interdisciplinary, they become part of these clusters and work together. And also they are guiding the scholars, PhD scholars, and also the master's students and bachelor students. And finally, we have some of the courses which are not teaching credit courses, and there they have to come out with some research proposals or with seminars or term papers or major projects in there. Some of them they do in industry as a training or as a part of major project or as an apprenticeship. But many of our students do research under it, because now as an NEP also, new education policy, national education policy 2020 says and emphasize on research, and that's why we have introduced a bachelor's degree with the honors with research in 4th year with a great emphasis, which can also lead them to directly to a PhD program. This all will open a lot of gates and opportunities for both sides that we can do together. And definitely, as you were mentioning rightly, interdisciplinary is the time ahead, and that is how things are going to be. As our Honorable Silvamurthy sir has also mentioned about the translational research that's been working out. Vrinder sir has mentioned about the possibilities of joint training program. These are all great opportunities. As mentioned, all have mentioned everything, starting from the presentation and reiterated by everyone. Yes, we have to start it, and very soon we can see the results coming out of it. Thank you.
I think I tend to agree with all has been said by this side of the speakers and the other side. I'll say, basically the founder's vision is it should be a research and innovation driven university. You heard, I'm working in FSTR, the MIT in FSTR, MIT Foundation for Science, Technology, Innovation Alliances. These are the, top of overarching mechanism in this university to foster, to facilitate, and act as an enabler to strengthen the research and innovation ecosystem of this university. That's what we do. You heard from the HOI that what they are doing. We will assist them. We will, facilitate them. And the impact, we are saying that what we have done, but this is also endorsed by other people. Because what Dr. Gurinder Singh said, that 2 of our young people are in Memphis, participating in CSIROI. And all our PDFs, when they want to come back to their homeland, they apply for the prestigious fellowships, Ramanujan Fellow, Ramalinga Fellow, and they are sponsored by either DBT or Department of Biotechnology or Department of Science and Technology, which are the main funding agencies of Government of India. I'm proud to say that MIT University is the host for largest number of Ramalinga Swami Fellows today. 1. Number 2, this year, 2023 results, the maximum number of fellowships have been won with MIT as a host by our Indians who are coming back. This, because they take their own independent decision, and that kind of credibility and trust we have earned among the researchers. So, it's a happening place. When I interact with them, I say, India is the most happening place, and within India, MIT is the most happening place. And without collaboration, I think whether you are strong or weak, we cannot survive if we have to really achieve. And I think we are on that. And we can collaborate. The Government of India has various schemes where they facilitate, they fund. Recently, it was the Vaibhav, where the Government of India funds the visit of NRIs from US to India or from any country. Means we have mechanisms by which we can support the exchange of faculty, exchange of researchers, joint projects, etc., etc. And what I want to say, if you want to get the good research done, I think we are the people. Now the Chandrayaan 3, we have shown that we do quality research at cost, at a very meager cost. We can do that. If you want to have get your research done, outsourcing, we can do that, and we had been doing that. We had been doing that, and it is a fact that the output per dollar is maximum in India. So I think I appreciate this effort, and I'm part of that, and I'm sure that we would be able to further our collaboration and strengthen the research exchanges. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And I'm Dr. Khattar, and I represent the International Business School. So like sir has very rightly brought out, we are the best school, not in India, but in whole of Asia, as far as in the field of international business. Our mantra is very simple. Keep launching innovative programs in keeping with the needs of the industry. So like sir said, maybe 6-7 years back, when we synced the management with the new age technology, so we launched programs in BIDA, which is Business Intelligence and Data Analytics, International Business and AI. So that time you can imagine, like I keep using the words, a lot of eyebrows were raised, and probably we're the first one. And we can see the results now because it's been now more than 7 years. And the industry has really taken them well to this thing. This year also, we launched 3 programs in digital marketing and design thinking, 2 programs in UG as well as PG level. Already what we are supposed to be launching next year, there's already the pipeline, like sustainability and all. So very simple mantra, that is which keeps us going. And as far as the collaboration areas are concerned, I think so sky is the limit, whether it is research, whether it is joint degrees, dual degrees, trainings and all. So actually, I am looking forward to the next interaction where you can really, home on to the specific areas. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Myself, Dr. Garima, currently heading international collaboration for Amity School of Engineering and Technology. I'm associated with Amity since last 15 years, and I'm looking for collaborations for all my engineering students. We are having collaborations with many universities in US, UK, Australia. Our students are going over there for 3C program, that is 3 continent, study abroad programs, and we can 2+2 programs in which they are going to spend 2 years at Amity and 2 years at your university. And we are also running a joint master's program We are running this program with Iowa State University in USA, with Florida University in USA, with Purdue University in USA. And also we are doing tie-up with Monash University. We have already tied up with University of Queensland in Australia. We are having strength of around 5,500 plus students in our engineering domain. They are, we are having branches of computer science engineering, information technology, and we are having triple E, that is your electronics and electrical engineering. We are having mechanical and civil engineering as well. So we are running interdisciplinary research as well. Our students of computer science engineering, they are doing a lot of mechanical projects as well. And our students are doing specialization courses in your cloud computing, machine learning, AI, and we are having advanced center for intelligence at our MIT. And many students are doing very good research over there. And also they are going doing this research in joint collaboration with foreign professors. And also I need to mention that we are running one international conference every year in Amity in month of January. So this year again, we are going to run this conference 2024 in month of January 2024. So we are having participations of around 100 plus speakers, international speakers all over the globe. So we are having our eminent professors and they help our students to give these opportunities basically. So our students will be able to interact with them when they are on campus in month of January. So they are going to get good scholarship offers. They're going to get good internship offers because when students interact with them in personal way, so they used to get a very good industry internships offer. So they can go over there for 6 months. I've sent many students to foreign universities in US and UK for 6 months. They have done their semester over there and then their credits have been come back to MIT. Likewise, students have, we are having only one major project in final semester. So our students will go to your university at that point of time. And during that time, they are going to do your credits. And with few university, we are having collaboration that these credits will be dual counted, once in master's and once towards the BTech degree. So that would be beneficial for our students for joint master's program because master's duration will be reduced by 1.5 years in that case rather than 2 years. So they save a lot of money in that. And after that, they are going to complete their master's in a faster time. So our students are very much oriented about these programs. They want international exposure. They are very capable and they can have the capability to get good scholarship. And about 30% of our students are right now in USA. They are working very good. They are working in top MNCs. They are working with Apple. They are working with Google. And they are doing very good in their careers. Those students which we have sent abroad, they never come back again, but they are doing very good in their careers. So hoping that we are going to extend this collaboration with your university as well. And welcome to MIT once again. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. I think that we have identified few areas. So immediately, maybe that we can start working on Explore America program, which is a study abroad program, where we want to send students in good numbers. And I think that LA is one place where the students would love to go. And we know that we have got, you have got very strong presence there. So that is one area, which is, I think that we can start working on. So we will create a small group, which will send you a proposal, one on the short duration programs, which includes 3 continent and Explore America program. Second is in the area of research. So in both STEM areas and in non-STEM areas, we will send you the proposals, which includes in the STEM areas, we'll take biotechnology, we'll take engineering, where we are very, very strong. We'll take interdisciplinary areas. And of course, you have got a very strong business school. So we would request the business school to indicate, especially in the hybrid programs, where we are working on AI, data science, international business, and then all areas of functional areas. I was very fascinated by the applied research concept which you gave. I think that Dr. Khatri and Dr. Soni, both of them, they are working on applied research. We have got a similar kind of very structured department where students are involved working with the faculty. So we will write you a few areas which can be developed. But we are also very keen in exploring that what we can do together for joint programs and training programs. So I think that we will send you 4 areas which I explained. that if we can do very quick articulation and decide on the programs, then we can offer these to the students. From this year, 2024, we are starting up with the apprenticeship abroad program, which means that last semester students, we will be giving an option that if they can go abroad and they can earn credits. So that is going to be another areas, because when the students will be going, then they will look at that if they have to do their post-graduation program, then they can look at. But as our head of the biotechnology was saying, that majority of the students, they go abroad for their masters or for their PhD. But they look at what kind of scholarships, what kind of ecosystem is offered. So maybe that separately we will discuss. We can have a Zoom meeting to look at which programs, how many students you will be able to absorb. But I think that these are the areas. Next 6 months, this is one we are thinking. We are hoping that we will be able to freeze everything in next 3 months time, and then by first week of February, we will be able to come on a conclusion that for 2024, which are the joint programs we will be offering. But we'd like to listen more from you, that what you are planning. But this is what was in our mind, and when we internally we discuss it out. But if there are any other areas, please let us know. Then we will be writing, taking inputs from everyone, right? And then we will have fortnightly meetings. Thank you.
So I mentioned when I was there that you're very disciplined, and I like that because I have traveled as when I was introduced to many universities, and frequently these wonderful conversations, lots of enthusiasm, and then we don't see each other again. And so I like the idea of giving ourselves some time, but a deadline, so that time doesn't get away. And so I think that's a very reasonable approach. We would look forward to your proposal. And once we see it, we will explore, certainly with Dean Cho, who will have been here, but also with the Dean of our business school. And she is very interested in internationalization. So I know she'll be enthusiastic to learn more. And so once you send that to us, we'll have an opportunity to sort of get a deeper understanding of exactly what it is that we would be doing as part of a partnership. We can evaluate it and then come back to you and say, this is something that we're comfortable saying we could start immediately in 2024. This might be something we need a little more time to think about on our side and build up on our side. But I do think that we should be able to get an MOU signed within the next few months. I know you've got a personal deadline of February, with the hopes that we could actually have something tangible in 2024. So I think that's good. And I welcome your keeping us as a taskmaster on task. So we look forward to that.
I see you run a 3C program, and we would be very happy to have Amity included in that. So 3C program can be one country can be India. You can make it 4C. But please include Amity.
Yes, well, that would be a good conversation with the business school, and we are that program is a longstanding program. It's been around for a very long time. LMU is a new partner in that program, and like many things in life, we signed it in 2019. So we had a couple of years of challenges with it, but now we're seeing a great deal of interest, and I know if India became part of that there would be expanded interest. And I'm also looking forward to talking to my colleagues back on campus about the idea of some of our students coming here to do study abroad. One of the challenges we find with students on our campus is everybody wants to go to Europe to do study abroad, which means they want to study while they're taking the pass through all the beautiful countries of Europe. And we're really trying to push them to be more creative in their thought process about that, and more thoughtful about what the outcomes are going to be and what they can benefit and learn from. And I think coming to India would be good for them. And also because everyone I've met so far speaks English, it makes it easier for our students to come than some of the other countries that they might be interested in. So thank you.
Thank you so much. I think that I would request for the mementos to be given to our visitors. Thank you.
Thank you so much. For the felicitation ceremony, may I please request Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, sir, Group Vice Chancellor, Amity Universities, and all our senior colleagues to please come forward and felicitate our guests. Dr. Maureen, Vice Provost of Enrollment Management, Loyola Marymount University, USA. A big hand. Dr. Amar, Assistant Vice Provost for Graduate Enrollment. Dr. Amar Dalal, Assistant Vice Provost for Graduate Enrollment, Loyola Marymount University, USA. Dr. Tina, Dean of the Frank R. Sevier College of Science and Engineering. Mr. Sanjay Dhingra, Chief Operating Officer at Seed Global Education. Mr. Sanjay Dhingra, Chief Operating Officer at Seed Global Education.